Right, Shalom, my giving no praise unto Yabashim Shabashim Kohakorash. The bonus unto the apostles of great millstone, and the honest you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. The Baba body are coming out here to give you this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh. Bashim Shabashim Kohakorash. Giving no praise unto Yabashim Shabashim Kohakorash. It's going to be a relatively quick video based upon a little snippet of something that I just seen on a video a brother posted. And the clip pretty much goes into, you know, for the longest time, it pretty much goes into image and how Esau's pushed himself as the, you know, knight in shining armor. You know, you see it in the movies. Some indigenous people is just, they're killing each other, they're just murdering each other, they're just savages, and the trope of the Edomite hero comes in and saves the day. Right? Edomite hero comes and saves the day. That trope, man. Golly, bro. Yeah, that trope, that's a sickness in the earth, right? That's a real sickness in the earth. A mental sickness within the earth. Where, you know, a lot of people, they thought that that's how we really was. A lot of people was deceived into thinking, even unto this day, even with all of this information coming out about this man and really his truest nature, his truest of natures, really you're coming to find out a lot of people have got this sickness within their mind where they really believe in this image. They really believe in this idea that Esau, how he's portrayed himself, is just righteous. Okay, we gotta go and live the Edomite way of living. We gotta listen to what the Edomite says. We gotta live like how he lives. We gotta be like how he is. When he says to jump, we say how high. Okay, because he is an Edomite and he is right. That's what they wanted you to think. But now as they're collapsing these governments and they're allowing particular people to come out and, like the scripture says, their tongue shall fall upon themselves, right? Pretty much this information coming out about what this man and what his man's nature is like. Pretty much all this information coming out in that, and the information that they're allowing you to see, because obviously they're moving towards the new order that they're trying to establish upon the face of the earth. You're coming to find out that this guy's a freak. You thought Cosby was bad, popping pills and jello pudding, right? You thought Bill Cosby was bad. Now, brother, Bill Cosby was just one of the attendees. He was just one of the guys that was on the list. Okay, he was one of the guys that was just there when the top freakazoid was in town. Cosby was there participating in the freakism, but the ringleader has always been Esau. That's not to say Jake ain't freaky, man. Jake is freaky. Like what R. Kelly and Bill was doing, man. That's weird, bro. What you doing, man? Leave the little girls alone, man. What you doing, bro? You know, she's sweet 16, man. Let her go to school. Some girls out there that's gonna be your age. You ain't gonna pop no pills in their fucking drinks and shit. You famous, man. Why you gonna do all of this weird stuff? But they followed suit after that weird way of living in the earth, like they saw and learned from their daddy Esau. They became freakazoids alike. Okay, they just followed after that way, and that was a detriment unto Jake. They got exposed. It was used as a scapegoat in order for Esau to, you know, buy himself some time, so to speak. But really, you know, Esau doesn't use Esau uses these particular guys to do things within the earth as distractions. When you see a guy getting exposed, you better believe they're doing something else underhand. Something crazy is going on elsewhere within the world. Right? They portray Jake, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and these just criminals, right? Just supposed to be just so grievous as a people that you bring us into your community. The house prices are gonna tank, right? The house prices are gonna tank. Crime's gonna go up to all-time high, and all of that. But really, what you're coming to find out is, for the most part, Jake don't hurt nobody but themselves. That's really what it comes down to. Okay, when you really see what's happening within the earth, you find out that Jake don't really hurt nobody but themselves. And in Jake hurting themselves, and this information coming out, you're really coming to finding out that the real criminal is the Crimson Son, Esau, man. Okay, he's the real bad dude within the earth. He's the real thug and the gangster within the world, man. Dude is mean. Okay, this dude is mean. Decided that he wanted to take Iraq, so went in there, took Iraq. We're gonna take it. It's ours. Whole country is upside down right now. because the man decided, you know what, opium price is not what I like right now. I wanna get it to a point where I like it. So I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna roll up in there, and I'm gonna take it. That's Esau. That really is the nature of Esau. He said, look, I want it. So he went there, took it. Okay, went there and took it. And that's the nature of this guy. Real criminal. When you look at the way they set up their army and their military, right? They don't set up their army and military for defense. They send their army and military for attack. Guy Trump's out there talking about, I want more money, 1.5 trillion on so-called defense. But let's just take a step back and ask ourselves, what they're really defending. What's their real interest? They gave you the so-called war on terror. That was fake, right? They told you Russia's being aggressive, and then they put military bases around Russia and Putin and all of that. They give you all of these lies about everybody else. All this mischief about everybody else. But he's the one that's being mischievous. Okay? Why did Russia put their country next to American borders? I'm being facetious there. Why did Russia put their country next to American army bases? Like, why did they do that for? That's just very aggressive. Obviously, I'm being facetious. But when you literally look along the borders of Russia, right? And you look and you ask Google to put the difference there for whatchamacallit. Like, ask it to tell you to put the put in for bases, for US bases. It's like all the way along the borders of Russia is an American military base. But they'll really have you believe that the mischievous people is these guys, man. Just Russia is just bad. They're just terrible. Which they're Esau too. They're gonna do some terribleness too, right? They're gonna do some hurt too to other people. But this is what Esau really will have you believe in the earth. Right? Jake is just gangsters. MS-13, right? Crips and all of that. That's just the worst thing going. Then drop bombs within another country. Be the most aggressive player upon the world stage. Be the hammer of the earth, like you heard before. This is what Esau will tell you. Okay? Just a damn hypocrite. But what say if the scriptures? He flattereth himself in his own mind. He's going to give you a whole, spiel about how great he is and how terrible the world will be without him and all of that. And really, you're the worst thing going, man. You really are the worst thing going, man. And that's what people are really bringing out. That's the information that they're bringing out now. That's what people are coming to the realization. It wasn't that Jake wasn't freaky. It wasn't that these Muzzies weren't being a terror. It's just that Esau was on another level of terror. He was just on another level of terror. And you was watching Marvel thinking, okay, yeah, Captain America, he's doing a good deed, right? All Edomites must be the same, right? They got to be the same, right? They got to follow the same archetype as that, right? No, brethren, okay? For the longest time, Esau's always been the guy that's going to bring about great grievousness upon the face of the earth. To the end, the scripture says, Revelation 6:4, and power was given unto him that sat upon the horse, right, the red horse, to take peace away from the earth. That's what this guy's been set up to do, not to bring about peace, but to take peace from the earth. That's his job. All right, that's his job. Okay, the Mayonnaise warrior. He's been set up to take peace away from the earth. Just a damn hypocrite going up and down the earth, being grievous unto people. Right? Anyways, I feel like I've spoken about that enough. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think you get the gist. Without my say, praise unto you, about my side, but double on something the apostles of great millstone, and I honor you brothers that be pushing the truth in sincerity. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.